Dear food pilgrims, welcome back to Mallorca. Now I'm sure you've enjoyed meat stews with pieces of potato, but what about potato stews with pieces of meat? So today we're giving potatoes the authentic and real-world Spanish treatment, a recipe that encapsulates all the techniques and flavours of traditional Spanish gastronomy, a real national treasure, the guiso de patatas. Potato stew, and I've seen it advertised on today's lunchtime menu at the Son Bugadeiros restaurant in Santa Ponsa, Mallorca. Just so you know, I don't make all this stuff up. I'm off to my current favourite lunchtime restaurant for some on-the-ground culinary research. There we are, just as advertised. Guiso de patatas. As a starter, but I'm quite sure one course will do me. I arrive with quite a thirst, and this Tinto de Verano summer red hits the spot. The guiso de patatas ticks all the boxes as far as I'm concerned. It's hearty and delicious, with simple, readily available ingredients. Easy to make and utterly authentic. The sort of thing these people were weaned on.
Esperamos un poco para el postre.
No, está bien. No voy a tomar postre. Appetite satisfied and research completed. Manos a la obra. Let's do it. Here's what you'll need for a world-class guiso de patatas. A few potatoes. And here's a pork rib and a chicken drumstick. Not too much meat, as the potato is the true protagonist of the dish. The vegetables for the sofrito, the typically Spanish flavour base: onion, carrot, tomato, red pepper, and as you'd expect, garlic. Bay leaf, and optionally azafrán, saffron, if available. A few peas, and the mild pimentón de la vera pepper powder. Check the video description for links to this essential ingredient. If you can't get hold of any, regular sweet paprika is fine. We'll need a little chicken stock and a drop of dry Spanish white. The pork rib and drumstick are cut into smallish chunks and fried in a good slug of olive oil that pretty much covers the bottom of the pan. They're cooked quite gently, as colouring them will overly darken the stew. In the meantime, for the benefit of those who've stated that they're picking up basic cooking skills from my channel, here's lesson 1, how to chop an onion. The carrots are sliced quite thinly and the pepper is cut into small dice. All this gets cooked in the now flavourful oil, and as always a pinch of salt helps the process along. Once soft, the garlic joins the fun, and after a couple of minutes the tomato is grated in and allowed to reduce gently for a while longer. Now the herbs and spices: pimentón, the saffron, and the bay leaf. A quick stir so as not to burn the pimentón, and then the wine, which is allowed to reduce by half. Salud, cheers. The potatoes, rather than being cut into cubes, chunks are broken off in this manner. This is called chascar in Spanish, meaning to crack or to snap. Besides giving a pleasing rustic look, these uneven, torn pieces are said to release more starch, thereby naturally thickening the stew. So these get stirred along with the meats for a minute, and the stew is moistened with the stock. I'm using a little water too, as my stock's a bit strong. The potatoes are barely covered with liquid. Once the stew is well underway, the peas go in. When the potatoes are soft, almost falling apart, if we see that the stew's still a little watery, then we can mash up a few chunks against the side like so. Well, I do feel I've done this guiso de patatas justice. And if you'd like to continue learning about genuine national and local classics and how they're actually cooked here in Spain and France, then please do subscribe. Get the complete written recipe on the Pete's Pans website, which is linked below. Buen provecho. Hasta luego.